Hey guys, it's your Adventure Compass coming to you from Sandusky, Ohio, and we're at Cedar Point. We're gonna check out all the new stuff, the Boardwalk, see some entertainment, and just have a fun day. So come along with us for this fun adventure. Well guys, I had hoped to get out here earlier in the year, but as fortune would have it, we didn't make it out here until the last week of July. So this is our first time at Cedar Point for 2023, but there's so much to see. The whole boardwalk is now open with the new Wild Mouse ride and the new Grand Pavilion. We also got to check out some of the entertainment, and we got to ride all of the rides that we missed out on last year, including the elusive Snake River Expedition. Our first stop was at Hugo's to use the dining pass, and I do have to say the 2023 food options are a little disappointing. 3 of the busiest restaurants on the property are now gone.
All right, so we did get an all-day dining pass and decided to stop into Hugo's first. We got pizza. My daughter also got cheese pizza, and my wife got this good-looking focaccia bread sandwich. I think it's chicken and cranberry. And then also hers, we also got sides. My wife opted for the antipasta salad, and we got the cheesy bread with ours. So unfortunately, a lot of carbs for us, but that cheesy bread just looked delicious.
Heading back this direction here is the Boardwalk, and also located over here is Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper has a very short wait right now, so we're gonna head over to Gatekeeper and ride that. And then we're heading over to the Boardwalk. We're gonna check out the Wild Mouse, maybe a couple other rides, and definitely Windseeker, which is going up right now. And all that screaming is coming from Max Air behind us. Well guys, as I've pointed out in previous videos, Cedar Fair does not allow filming on any of their rides in any of their parks, Cedar Point being one of them. If you want to see some point of view footage, I do have some of the footage that Cedar Point has provided in their videos in my previous Cedar Point video from 2022. You'll find a link to that video at the end of this video and also in the show notes. That being said, Gatekeeper is awesome, and we had an awesome ride. In fact, we came back and rode this again in the evening. It's such a fun ride. I cannot express to you how smooth this ride is. All right, guys, we're standing in front of the brand new Cedar Point Grand Pavilion right behind me here. And this building wasn't here last year, so let's go check this out. I understand there's a restaurant, maybe some other things inside. Let's go take a look. All right, now originally I remember the upstairs area is supposed to be kind of like entertainment and stuff at night. I don't know if that's going on right now, but we are gonna take a look inside. And this is the Boardwalk, by the way, the brand new Boardwalk. This area was not open last year. Off in the distance, we got the Windseeker, and right over here, the giant Cedar Point Ferris wheel. And just past that Ferris wheel over there, we've got the brand new Wild Mouse. We definitely want to check that out today. By the way, we got off of the Gatekeeper and had an awesome ride on that. The line said 45 minutes. I think it was more like 15 or 20. It was a pretty quick wait. Moves pretty quick, and I love that ride. It's a very smooth but fun ride. All right, let's head outside and take a look inside the Grand Pavilion here. And it does look like it is a restaurant. They have food. Not sure what they have. We can take a look at their menu just to kind of give you guys a quick idea of what's here. And according to the menu, it looks like you can get sirloin steak, funnel cake, fried shrimp, battered fried fish. There's a couple other things up there as well. And of course, beverages. They have different sides. Tropical fried rice, shaved Brussels slaw, marinated cucumber salad, and spring mix side salad. So there's a lot to choose from in here. It looks like they have some good, healthy options as well. And the upstairs area says Lakeview Bar. Let's go check this out. Also supposed to be some restrooms up here as well. I don't know if that outdoor area is open or not. We can take a look. I didn't see anybody out there. Got a better view of the Ferris wheel from here. And yes, there is a bar up here. And this looks like a really nice area to kind of just sit around and have a cocktail. Looks like they have some frozen drinks over at the bar here. And there's also a place to get some food. Looks like they have pizza, pretzel bites, and a few other things here. Notice right behind the bar, check that out. All of the different bottles are displayed on that cool roller coaster rack. That's pretty cool. Very nice theming. And there are two decks that are open, the one that faces the lake here, and the one down here that faces out towards Wild Mouse and Windseeker. So we're going to take a look. Let's start with the one that faces the lake first. All right, let's take a look out here. This terrace is out kind of over the beach area, actually. Look at this. See a lot of people down there on the beach having fun in the water. A couple more down this way. And there's somebody parasailing way out in the distance out there. Then looking off in this direction here, you get a really good view of Windseeker. And even further back, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that. Zooming in way to the back over there, that is Cedar Point Shores. And then heading out these doors here to the side terrace, we get a much better view of some of the rides here. And right here, Wild Mouse. That looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited to try this. Mine doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's moving pretty good. Come around this way, get a slightly different view. Oh yeah, that looks like a pretty fun ride to me. And then over here we have Windseeker coming down right now. And over there, off in the distance, is Valraven. That's another one I definitely want to try and get on today. Looks like they're heading up right now. It just looks terrifying and fun at the same time. They start heading down, and they face you right down the hill because you're going to go straight down, and then they pause before you go flying down and into that loop. And there they go. And right here, there's a better shot of the Cedar Point Ferris wheel. Gonna stop to let some people off right now. Over there behind the Ferris wheel, we'll look real closely back there, is the Dodge and Bumper cars. And this is all part of the Boardwalk. Over back the other side over there next to the Ferris wheel is I think it's called the Calypso. I don't recall the exact name of it. I might be wrong. But that is kind of like a scrambler, if you've ever seen those at the carnivals. And then there's another one right behind the tree here. We'll look at that from the other side. It's similar, but that one's at an angle. It doesn't actually go up in the air like that one over there does. All right, it's time to get on the Windseeker. And we're heading up. I think it's 360 some feet up to the top. Let's go. Wild Mouse was down for a little bit, but it is back up and running. And I think we're going to head over there next and catch a ride on the Wild Mouse. And each one of the cars has its own character, like Ziggy, Saggy, Dizzy, Maisie, Chase, and Larry. And we got a little bit of a line. Probably waited a little bit too long. Got about 30 minutes in line here, it says. We'll find out if that's true or not.
Each car has its own little mouse design.
All right, guys, just got off the Wild Mouse, and I gotta say, I am still spinning. That is a wild ride. You see why they call it Wild Mouse? It's crazy how much you spin. I think after we stopped, after the coaster stopped, our car was still spinning. It feels like 100 times it spun before it finally stopped. It was pretty crazy.
A few more classic carnival style rides have moved over by Wild Mouse. Got the Scrambler. I'm not sure what they call this one here, but there's the Scrambler. And right past the Scrambler is the Matterhorn.
And here we go, guys. Here's a look at the other side of Boardwalk. And this is the Troika. Kind of looking at things from a different angle. Got the Ferris wheel over there in the background. Over here on the other side, got the bumper cars, dodge them. And Cedar Point's Ferris wheel is called the Giant Wheel. And then over here is the Calypso.
Enjoy your ride on Calypso.
Over here we have the Matterhorn. And if you remember from my video last year, the Matterhorn was actually near the corkscrew. Just the other side of the Matterhorn is Joe Cool's Dodge 'em School, and that is bumper cars for the younger kiddos. Right next to the Matterhorn is the Scrambler. You've probably seen these before at the carnivals. Also right by the Boardwalk is Snoopy Land. What do they call this? Planet Snoopy is actually what it's called. And there is a ton of various rides over here for the kids. This is not the same as Camp Snoopy, which is over by the Gemini. It's another entire area for the young kids. So we stopped into the Pagoda gift shop, and check this out. They have one of the buckets from the Sky Ride, and it's filled with Cedar Point bears. Over in the back of the store, it looks like they still have a bunch of the old memorabilia, clothing and t-shirts. Millennium Force, Magnum, Steel Vengeance, Snake River Falls, Maverick, Max Air. Up there is Gemini and Valraven over there. There is the Wildcat. And some more over here, Mean Streak. Demon Drop, haven't seen that in a long time. These are old rides, many of which have been retired and are long gone. The old classic Cedar Point sign that used to be at the entrance. Kind of looks a little bit like the Disney sign, I believe. And over here, check this out. It used to be called Frontier Lift. And there it is. Another one with the classic Cedar Point sign. Mean Streak, no longer around. It's now Steel Vengeance. And then check this out. African Safari was retired in '94. And that one up there, I'm not even familiar with that ride. It was called Jumbo Jet. Over here I found a brand new Wild Mouse hoodie, and that is going for $55.99. We also have a lot of other Wild Mouse stuff, like this t-shirt, which is $22.99, or a baseball hat right here, which is $24.99. You can find some coffee mugs. These are going for $16.99. And over here we see Cedar Creek Mine Ride, Gemini, and Iron Dragon. Cedar Point also has their own line of Squishmallows, which my daughter very much wanted me to point out. This guy here is called Dash, And I believe he is related to Top Thrill Dragster because of the little flames right here. And I'm not sure about the rest of these, like Millie, I don't know, and Winger. And then there's this guy here, Midnight. Not really sure about these. Hey guys, we're over in the Red Garter Saloon right now, and there's some band about to go on. I'm not sure what they're gonna play, but I'm gonna show you guys just a little bit of their performance so you guys can see what the entertainment's like here at Cedar Point. Well guys, we made it over to Frontierland and Maverick is doing its thing. By the way, I didn't mention all the lines for all of the rides are extremely long today. So we're probably not going to ride a whole lot. We're going to hopefully hit a few more, but not everything. This is what's disappointing though, guys. The food situation has gone downhill, unfortunately. Chick-fil-A used to be in this building here, and it is now one of their generic theme park type restaurants called Frontier Inn. Handcrafted burgers, pizza, and chicken. Like I said, this used to be Chick-fil-A last year, and while that was expensive, if you had the all-day food pass, it was a great option because, you know, it's Chick-fil-A. It's not horribly bad. Over in the background over there, you can see Steel Vengeance about to drop down. And a couple more places. This restaurant's still open, and while this is one of their Cedar Point type restaurants, this one is one of the nicer restaurants here, and the food is actually pretty good. There was also another restaurant here that had a lot of healthy choices, salads, and good things to eat that weren't so bad for you, not so fast food like, right? That restaurant has also closed. So a lot of the food options have changed for the worse. My daughter really wanted to go to this place that was here last year. I think it was called Mac Daddy or something like that. It's a mac and cheese place where you get different toppings for your mac and cheese. That's closed. So it's unfortunate, but it seems like the food has really gone way, way downhill this year. And over here, the Cedar Creek Mine Ride. This is a classic wooden/steel roller coaster. And it is a lot of fun. It's a good ride. And over here they have taken one of their old trains from the mine ride and created this creepy little area here. There's like black lights back there, and occasionally smoke will come out of the mine shaft. It's kind of a cool way to decorate and advertise the ride. And right over here, they have this giant swing ride called Skyhawk. I am not a big fan of the back and forth motion like the pirate ship and stuff like that. And this is a much, much larger arc than the pirate ship. These guys are going way, way up in the sky. And if we look, they will actually go a little bit past the halfway point up there. If you watch them swing, they are way up there. And I have a feeling that would probably make me not feel so good. So this is not a ride for me for sure. All right, would you guys do this? This is definitely not for me. This is the slingshot. We'll watch these people take off into the upper atmosphere. No, thank you. All right, heading back this way. Here's Gemini. Looks like both trains are running today, red and blue.
And then off in the distance there, you may notice Top Thrill Dragster, but what you may not know, and you can't really see it now because the trees are hiding it, they have begun the painting. And the lower half is now like a dark grayish color, and the track is white. So as we get closer, I'll try and show you guys that. Coming up on the right here, Camp Snoopy over here. And over here we got a couple more classic rides, and I wouldn't be surprised to see these move over to the boardwalk. And over here near Backbeat Barbecue, they've got a rock band that's playing. For everybody who's dining outside here, it's a little bit loud. I'm gonna walk away so we can get away from that. All right, guys, here's what I wanted to point out to you. It is Top Thrill Dragster, and if you look, they have painted it like a dark gray color. They're not quite finished. They got a long way to go up the top there, but they have started painting. The process has begun, and the track is white down here. So we've got a white track with dark gray supports, and I heard that Cedar Point is supposed to let the cat out of the bag at the beginning of August and tell us what their plans are for the former Top Thrill Dragster. A lot of rumors swirling on this one.
And in case you've been living under a rock and missed the news, I'll put a link to what Cedar Point is doing in the show notes. Now let's take a ride on Snake River Expedition.
Louder! So who's next ride? Okay, folks, because we are an open door policy business, not a closed one. You don't understand. That's why I'm up front and not on a closed. Hey, guys, that was the attic. It's your time to talk now.
Hello and welcome to Snake River, home of amazing wildlife, natural wonders, and quality river tours. Ever since Trapper Dan fled these parts with his bandits, I, Harriet Beauregard, saw the opportunity in this beautiful territory. Now that Snake River properties are on the market, I mean to make Trapper Dan's loss into your gain by offering exclusive access to this land and the properties that come along with it. And you are going to love living here. Yes, the wildlife can be a little aggressive, but don't you worry about that. It's time to pack your bags, move on in, and call Snake River home.
And it looks like we're getting on a boat, so this should be fun. I'm gonna slide right in here.
There we go, my friends. So this will be a quick property excursion and wildlife expedition. And our first bit of wildlife is coming up on the right. That is right, friends, it is Camp Snoopy. Sometimes if you wave hi to the wildlife, they'll wave back, but it doesn't look like anyone's at the picnic tables right about now. You'll see Camp Bus off to your right, which goes up, down, and all around, and yet absolutely nowhere, folks. Some of you from seasons past may be familiar with Trapper Dan and his gang of bandits. However, they are no longer here. Something about a raccoon incident? Not too sure. But if you would like to get robbed on a boat, I suggest you go to any gift shop in Woodland Bay. So, would anyone like to guess why the Weeping Willow weeps? It read a savvy story. Alright, all joking matters aside, my friends, we are coming up on our first property. A luxurious one.
It's a lot like Jungle Cruise.
Off to your right.
Disney.
We will be getting there very, very soon. Or should I say, very soon. Our previous tenants complained about the bear, but we said, honey, just grin and bear it. You'll also see our good friend Bandit over there who likes to help out. Hi, Bandit! Now, who doesn't like a little bit of musical entertainment with their boat ride? I know I certainly do. Off to your right, you'll see Elgin John and Barry Styles of the Beastie Boys. They're going on tour soon, so they'll have no sleep until Brooklyn. They're practicing as hard as they can, folks. Hopefully they'll clean up their show before they go on tour. Off to your right, you'll also see some bears that are very cute. They are the opener for the Beastie Boys. And, man, all these bear jokes are getting a little unbearable. And perhaps even embarrassing. Folks, just throw me in with the Barracudas. Coming up next, off to our left, is the original home of Sidewinder Sue, the first person to ever make it all the way down Snake River Falls in a barrel and live, folks. And oh, it looks like she has some guests over. Everyone say hi, Flapjack.
Hi, Flapjack.
Can anyone guess what Flapjack makes? You're right, pancakes! Although waffles are a side passion of his. So soon we'll be coming up to a turn off to our right that will lead us towards our destination of Thunder Canyon Rapids. Oh my goodness, is that a pig in a bathtub? That's what I call hogwash. Oh goodness, folks, I think I made them mad. I think they found me. Oh goodness, we gotta get out of here. Well, apparently it's their nap time, folks. We will still be getting on out though. Right over this way. You might experience some mild bumping as we try and wiggle through these diagonals over here, but don't worry, you are safe and sound with me. Alright, so a fun fact about Cedar Point is we actually used to have a little bit of a bug problem, particularly with the mantis. But Cedar Point decided to take a stand and get rid of it, and now all that's left is a bit of a wolf problem. A regular rougarou, if you would. I am feeling the love today, folks. Fantastic, fantastic. We are coming up to our next property, and our final property off to your left. A fantastic boathouse. That is right, folks, and there's a snake in my boat! Folks, I have never seen a snake of that scale before. Woo! The offer still stands. Think of it as that. Built-in security? That is right. So, all properties aside here.
It looks like that one didn't make it back from the tour.
But that is A-okay, folks, because our good friend Captain Julian is here to keep us safe and sound. Isn't that right? Awesome.
All right, guys, it is Valraven time out at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Oh yeah, we're in line, and this is gonna be us in about 5 minutes. All right, guys, I got a funny story to tell. We're on the train. We're headed over into Frontier Town, but got off Valraven. We got stuck at the second platform there. We went down the first loop, or first hill, went down the first loop, and they stopped us at the platform. Stuck there for probably 20-30 minutes. It was a nice view, but it was interesting.
And I wanted to fill in the rest of this story. My wife was actually waiting down here while my daughter and I were up here on the ride and stuck. She actually called at one point, and I was able to answer even though my phone was tucked into my side pocket, zippered up. I had my smartwatch on and I could answer, and I told her I have no idea what's going on, but we're safe. After about 25 minutes, the ride just suddenly began moving again, and we finished off the second half of the ride. As it turns out, the reason for the delay was that the coaster that was going to be leaving the station behind us, there was a woman on that coaster who had a panic attack and literally lost control of her bladder.
Now the good news is we did get a free fast pass or lightning lane, whatever you want to call it, to ride any ride of our choice. So it saves us a half hour in line, so that's not so bad. We're not sure if we're going to use that today, or maybe we'll hit Maverick, because that would be my ride of choice since it seems to have one of the longest lines. Also Steel Vengeance, but I have a feeling I'd be the only one who would ride that, and we got two of them because my daughter was with me, so maybe Maverick.
And the area that we're currently in is also over by Maverick. And the reason for that is we're headed to the farmhouse to grab some dinner, which is right through this covered bridge.
All right, guys, following the Cedar Creek Hollow covered bridge here, this is going to take us over to the farmhouse for dinner, which is right here. It's the building right outside the tunnel over here in Frontier Town. and seems to be one of the better Cedar Point style restaurants here. It's very well themed, and the food is pretty decent as well. So we are heading in, and there it is, the Farmhouse Kitchen and Grill. Let's head on in and see what they've got. And here's a quick look at some of the stuff they got. They got seasoned vegetables, mashed fried potatoes, there's biscuits, there's look like potato wedges, specialty pasta, hand-breaded chicken tenders, grilled chicken drumsticks, and sliced wood-fired steak.
All right, so this is what we ended up getting. Most of us got the same thing. We got the steak. It's like cut up steak. I ended up going with the chili for my side, and it comes with a biscuit. And my daughter ended up getting the same thing, but she got the, it's like a pesto pasta, and she says it's really good. And then my wife ended up getting chicken tenders and the Brussels sprouts. Now the food has changed since last year. They used to have corn on the cob, that's gone. And I think you used to get 2 sides, and now there's only 1. So unfortunate, but it's kind of par for the course today.
We decided to take the train back towards the front of the park, and I had forgotten how much fun that this train ride is at night with all the different scenery, the skeletons, the ghost towns. It is a blast, and it's lit up really nice.
So guys, we had a good time today. We ended up riding Valraven finally, and it's a really fun ride, except we got stopped at the second drop before we went down. They stopped us at that platform. We were stuck up there for 30 minutes. Had something to do with the other car that was behind us hesitating to leave the station. I guess a guest was having a panic attack or something. So they held our car there on the platform for 30 minutes while we waited for that guest to get out of there and get that train going. They did give us a pass, and the pass was used to get us on the next ride, which was Maverick, and it was kind of a unique pass. It wasn't a fast lane. This pass allowed us to go right to the exit, walk all the way up to the exit, and get right on without waiting in front of anybody. Very cool pass, and kind of made it worthwhile, because when we got to Maverick, the wait was, I think, 75 or 80 minutes to get on, and we walked on within less than 2 minutes. So kind of worth that 30-minute delay on Valraven. We also ended up finishing our night out with a ride on Raptor. It was about 2 or 3 minutes before 10 o'clock. We got in line just in time, and they let us on. So all in all, a fun day. Well guys, that is going to do it for our trip out to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to click on that compass so you can stay subscribed to future videos just like this one. And remember, sometimes adventure is a little further away.